Hello! So since I spent a week in Karpathos in the summer of 2022, I thought I'd better make another top 10 while it's still somewhat fresh in my mind. Karpathos showed itself from all its best sides, and it's a small island that feels way bigger than it is. There is so many different beaches with their own personalities, different vibes and feelings. Plenty of small historical villages where you can easily get lost in the small streets, and of course, awesome hiking options. It gets a bit warm in the peak of summer, so plan accordingly. Before we start, feel free to subscribe to Globus Travelus for more videos. Thank you. Number 10. Diakoftis Beach. The beach is located in the south of the island, right next to the airport. To access it, you need to go a bit off-road, but it's worth it. The beach is pretty small, but it feels a bit like a shallow lagoon with a perfect turquoise water. I would have put it higher on the list, but the day I visited it was really windy. It almost ruined the experience a bit. Number 9. Menetes. Menetes is a picturesque mountain village. It is great for navigating through its narrow streets and watching colorful and lively buildings and areas. You should take a moment to enjoy the great vistas and viewpoints. Its most striking feature is the Church of the Assumption. Number 8. Pigadia Harbor. Pigadia is the capital of Karpathos. It has a relaxed yet still lively atmosphere. The port area offers a wide area of traditional buildings and tavernas. You can enjoy the island's most popular and beloved dishes and delicacies. It is also the main hub for sailing excursions. Unfortunately, I missed out on visiting Karpathos and Saria Islands. Number 7. Pinagia. Pinagia Beach might not necessarily be the best beach on the island, but nonetheless it was my favorite of the whole trip. You can hide in the shade of big rocks on your left side of the beach, which makes it feel very private and not overrun. The whole town and beach area is like a cove or a valley, so it feels very well protected. Number 6. Piles. Piles might just have been the biggest surprise of the whole trip. What caught my attention the most was not the main attractions or viewpoints, such as the Church of the Dormition of the Virgin Mary. It was rather the cleanliness, the cobble streets, the small farms in the small valleys, and the atmosphere that won me over. Number 5. Lakki. Lakki is a resort village, mainly catering to tourists. It is not that great for shopping, and it doesn't have any really nice central areas or hubs to spend your time. However, what Lakki does provide is several great beaches. Some are pretty big, while others are very small and very private. It does of course provide certain conveniences such as supermarkets, rental shops and restaurants. So in Lakki you do have everything that you need for a relaxed holiday. Number 4. Finiki. Finiki was one of the better surprises during my stay in Karpathos. It's small, so it's hard to spend a lot of time here. But it's worth a stop and you can grab a breakfast, lunch or just a coffee. Finiki has a small port, a quaint little beach of very nice quality, several restaurants and a church up on a hill. From the hill there is a path for hiking. I stopped pretty early, not knowing where it would lead me. Number 3. Hiking around Pigadia. Pigadia is a place to stay if you enjoy hiking. There are several great options. One is to go towards Poseidon's temple, but I opted to go southeast instead. On this route I found 3 different churches: Agia Kyriaki, Monastiri Pinagia Laniotissa, and the church St. Zachariah. Also, next to the monastery, you will find a very special viewpoint. And why I remember is because it was extremely windy when I got on top of it. Number 2. Apella Beach. Have you really been to Karpathos without going to Apella Beach? Some would say probably not. It is simply majestic, magical, and the perfect day away. Behind the beach you have an area with plenty of trees. You could almost call it a small forest. It's good for maybe a small hike or for shading. Some might find the beach overcrowded. I guess it depends on the day and when the excursion boats are hitting the beach. It is possible to park with a car. I went in early June, but even then it was pretty tight with parking. But I guess I came in the middle of the day, so if you come earlier, you can probably manage just fine any time of the year. Number 1. Olympos. So, Olympos was definitely the highlight of my whole trip. The drive to get to the mountain village from Pigadia is also very interesting. Before the road was built it was very isolated, but today it's easy to get there by car or by bus. Today it is probably the most picturesque place on the island. The quality, the quantity of well-kept traditional houses on top of a mountain scenery with stunning views. I recommend having a meal or at least a cup of coffee while being there to take in the fantastic views and sceneries. And we are not just quite done yet. We still have one more, a bonus round. It's Diakoftis. Diakoftis is a beautiful coastal village in the northern Karpathos, 10 kilometers east of Olympos. It surprised me how big the town was, and I'm still quite curious about its existence. Is it related to Olympos? Consider the road to the south didn't exist for so long. Has it any practical relation to the northern part of the islands? Or is it just to go to excursions from other islands? I don't know, but if you do know, please let me know in the comments. If you know anything interesting about Karpathos, or feel like other places deserved a spot in your top 10, please share it with the rest of us. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care and thank you for watching.